Hi, I'm coming to you from the beach in Rye. We will be here this Friday night for Shabbat on the beach. At 5:15 we will gather with our littlest ones for sharing Shabbat, and then at 6:30 for our regular worship. Fireworks will follow at 9:15 p.m., so bring a picnic dinner to enjoy after services and stay for the fireworks. I'm always amazed that when I come here to the beach in Rye and I look out towards Long Island Sound, I realize that if you got into a boat here, you could sail all the way uninhibited from here all the way to the state of Israel, through Long Island Sound, across the Atlantic, through the Straits of Gibraltar, through the Mediterranean, and actually land on the beach in Tel Aviv. And it's prescient that we think about that, because this week in Parashat Matot-Masei, which end for us the book of Numbers, we are given the outlines by God as to what the boundaries of the state of Israel will be. Actually, not the state of Israel, but the promised land of Israel. It was the state that came thousands of years later. Those boundaries were really the boundaries when King David ruled over that land. They stretch down the Jordan River all the way to the Dead Sea. They go across the Negev to the Mediterranean, and they go all the way up to where Dan would today be in the north of Israel. Of course, these aren't the current boundaries of Israel, because part of that land, Gaza, and part of the West Bank have been given over to the Palestinian Authority. And we continue to work and to pray when there will one day be peace in that land, a land where two peoples, Jews, Israelis, and Palestinians, can live side by side in peace. Two peoples, two lands. Over these last few weeks, we think of what's been going on in the state of Israel, how perhaps we as Reformed Jews have felt somewhat disenfranchised, as the idea of creating an egalitarian prayer space at the Kotel, the Western Wall, was scrubbed after 4 years of working towards that. After the Knesset passed a bill, an ultra-Orthodox bill, saying that only conversions that the rabbinate agrees to would be the ones accepted in Israel. And then, late last week, there was in fact a list of 160 rabbis that was published, that thankfully the chief rabbinate said it shouldn't have been published, but nevertheless 160 rabbis who we are told that the letters they've written in favor of couples coming to Israel and being married by the rabbinate in Israel, those rabbis' letters, those rabbis' signatures would no longer be seen as valid. These are tough times for we as liberal Jews looking across that sea to that land that we call our Jewish homeland, the spiritual hub of who we are as a people, to try to feel connected to us. And it makes us think about what should we do right now? Should we move away and think less of the state of Israel and disassociate ourselves from it? Or perhaps what I'm suggesting we do is we double down. We double down towards supporting the organizations in Israel that matter the most to us. Organizations like ARTSA, the Association of Reformed Zionists of America, or the IMPJ, the Israel Movement for Progressive Judaism, or Israel Religious Action Center, or Women of the Wall, the groups that have fought hard and strive each and every day to find a degree of pluralism and egalitarianism and a sense of equality. For as the Israel Movement for Progressive Judaism's message reminds us and reminds Israelis, there is more than one way to be Jewish. We need to always feel a strong connection to that homeland, a connection that I feel every time I come here to the beach, imagining myself in that boat, sailing all the way across those lands. So join us this Shabbat for Shabbat on the beach, either at 5:15 or 6:30 p.m. Hear those words from Parashat Matot and Masei about the boundaries of what the land of Israel would have been as they were given to the Israelites. And let us dream together. Let us dream together about what the land of Israel, the state of Israel, and the people of Israel can ultimately become.